I'm Baliraine Hakim, a small-scale farmer from Mayuge, and I'm a chairperson of Alliance for Food Sovereignty in Africa. But Alliance for Food Sovereignty in Africa is a membership organization where ESAF, Eastern and Southern Africa Small-Scale Farmers Forum, is a member, and I'm the chairperson of Eastern and Southern Africa Small-Scale Farmers Forum, which has a number of members in 17 countries, where ESAF Uganda is a member, of which I'm also the chairperson of ESAF Uganda, and I'm also chairperson of the vice co-chairperson of the Ecological Organic Agriculture Initiative of the Eastern Africa, where we also passionate about organic agriculture. Before the first Territorial Agroecological Conference happened in Munyonyo in Uganda, many people didn't know about what they call territorial market. People just knew about markets, but that was an eye-opener for everyone to understand what are territorial markets. So indeed it helped to bring out those forgotten markets which nobody paid attention to, much as they were playing a vital role of feeding, especially the peri-urban people. But there are also those weekly markets which also help other people to come and access, but also to be like a social gathering where they collect a number of issues, where they meet to discuss, but also get knowledge and ideas. So that conference was an eye-opener. However, for this one, we are expecting, since this is going to be the third one, we're expecting that as of now, there are now more agroecological territorial markets which have been strengthened, because some existed but they lacked structures, others lacked marketing, whatever. So we are now expecting that maybe we are going to see more agroecological market which has been strengthened. We also expect that since the beginning of the first Territorial Agroecological Conference, we've now been able to entice people to come and do research. So more research organizations and institutions, we expect them to come out with concrete evidence, concrete solutions to the challenges they have identified during that period, because there was nobody who was looking at that side of the territorial market. We're also looking at people now to begin to embrace and believe that the food they produce is real, and the food they produce is the one which has made them to be who they are, much as they were looking at it as food maybe for whatever. But right now people have begun to believe that the locally grown or produced food is real and can support life. It is nutritious, it is tasty. So these are the areas which we think that in this coming conference it will be evidenced, and people will now have to know about that. But we're also expecting now the politicians to support and come up with policies to protect the people in the territorial market, in terms of maybe like, in a territorial market, everything is there. Agroecological, conventional, whatever. So we need to see that now there will be maybe labeling, that now this area is for agroecological produce, the other area for conventional. Or if not that the case, then they put special labels. They can, okay, let them label the convention. Now whatever is not labeled is agroecological, or either way, or the other way around. So we expect support from the politicians in that regard. But we're also looking at investment. That right now, maybe people are not looking at the territorial market as an area for investment. So we expect more people to come and invest, put more investment into the territorial market, strengthen them, put proper structures, put like a place which would be enticing. Packaging, most of the things which are in the territorial market, the packaging is a bit poor. And when you package something poorly, then it doesn't attract the customer. So we expect now into the territorial market that what you will meet there will be packaged very well and enticing to the eyes of the consumers. Themes sometimes don't differ, but sometimes you pass them on or improve on them. But literally, since we are talking into the area of food system, what I would like to say that we are looking at seeing a just and resilient food system led by smallholder producers or small-scale farmers. That is a theme which we want to see. You know, anyone can put there a just and resilient food system. But we are saying this must be led by the small-scale food producers. And that will be the food system we desire. Not any other food system led by whatever, but the one which will be led by the small-scale food producers. That is the food system we would like to see. Also, maybe we would look at let's feed Africa on our own produced and nurtured food. Maybe that could be another area we would be looking at. We see how to feed Africa with our own food. Then our food is tasty and nutritious. Maybe we should try to dig in details. Is it true that our food is tastier and nutritious than the conventionally grown food? Well, people should go into that direction to find out. Maybe we should also find out to see if, but this is true, that conventional and industrial agriculture is eroding our culture and food. So we should also see that these are themes which we need to look at it. How the conventional or industrial food is eroding our food system and culture. These are areas we would like to. Then another one is junk. We want to see that junk industrial food. Yeah, it is a theme. You junk industrial food and love the African food and cuisines. Junk industrial food and love the African food and cuisines. So those are my proposals, which I would like people to be looking at it. The Zimbabwe Seed and Food Festival is timely. And it is timely because it is just supporting the campaign of My Food is African. So I would say that it has come at a time to create evidence for those who still have doubt that African food, that agroecologically grown food cannot feed the growing population. So it is timely. So for those who have been having doubt, it is now that you should come out and see with your eyes and believe. If it needs eating, you go and eat and taste. If it needs to probe these people who have organized this seed festival, it is now a time that is going to help us bring more evidence for those who really believe or who don't believe that what we've been talking about is real. We are expecting attitude change, because when your attitude is still looking at the African produced food or products and the producers as backward and as people who do not make sense into the arena, then we shall not go from where we are. So we are expecting the outcome that there will be attitude change of all actors and stakeholders. The producers, the consumers, the policymakers, the technical people, the extensionists, we need them to readjust and look at the agroecologically grown food and products and also support the territorial market. So that is one outcome, attitude change. The other one is mindset change. Some people are stuck on thinking that it is only the industrial agriculture or conventional farming which works. That you cannot feed this nation using the agroecologically grown products of food, which is wrong. This is totally wrong. So we expect that by that time, by the end of the conference, many stakeholders, especially people who think that mindset change is for the farmers or producers, mindset change is for all actors, for all the people into the agricultural value chain. Then the other one is the appreciation of seeing that into the agricultural value chain, it is all the producers should not end at production. We want to see them scaled out. That what is into the territorial market products which are finished but owned and sold by the farmers, not the middlemen. So we want to, the outcome there, we want to see that more products which are into which will be going into the market will be supported, owned by the farmers. The producers are the one who are selling them, not again the middlemen. So that's one area where we also believe that is going to be another outcome. Then maybe probably, since this will be like a showcasing, another outcome is to see the replication. While it is in Zimbabwe, we wouldn't like to see that is AFSA again going somewhere. We want to hear people inviting AFSA to go and see what they are doing in their respective countries after the one they have seen in Zimbabwe. So another outcome is to see that a replication of such territorial, food festival and seed fair happening in various markets and others of that kind. What we want to see, when you want to achieve your goal, you need people. So we need a massive support of all our campaigns, of the willing, those who believe that Africa can change by itself, those who believe that African problems have African solutions. So we want a massive support. This support should be economically. Those who feel that they have resources, let them come and invest into what we are talking about. Environmentally, those who really believe that the other part of food production is destroying our ecosystem and is increasing on the biodiversity loss, to come up and save our environment degradation loss, to make sure that we preserve our ecosystem and also minimize the biodiversity loss. So we want to see those people coming there. Then we want to see people technically, those who feel that they have technical ways of supporting agroecologically, to come up. These will be areas which will help for us to push our campaign. Two, we want to see that policies, there is enabling environment which can make us feel free to practice what is right, to make sure that we can feed ourselves without support of those who want to erode our heritage, our culture, and our beliefs. When this one happens, our campaign will be successful. And maybe lastly, is that we would like to see that we unite as civil society actors on the continent of Africa to make sure that we fight policies and dubious persons, organizations, companies, industrial corporations who are there with selfish interests of making sure that they invade Africa, they erode Africa, they make Africans dependent, not independent. So we want to see that we are more resilient and sustainable to be able to live in a healthy Africa.